Mark Zahra was drowning his sorrows in Byron Bay on Melbourne Cup Day last year when his wife Elyse gave him the reality check he needed. The horse he had initially been booked on for the Cup, Verry Elleegant, had just won the race that stops a nation. He had initially been booked to ride the mighty mare, but that dream went up in smoke when he was suspended for 3 months for breaking COVID-19 protocols on the Mornington Peninsula. 12 months on, the redemption that seemed so far away last November came full circle as he saluted on Gold Trip to win the Melbourne Cup, alongside co-trainer Ciaron Maher, with whom he used to knock about when they were apprentices 2 decades ago. Gold Trip flies down the stretch to win the Lexus Melbourne Cup. I was in Byron Bay, last year, with my wife and we had some friends over and watched the Cup, Zahra said after the biggest racing moment of his life. Who's to say I definitely would have been on her, Verry Elleegant. But I was booked for her early in the Cup. I remember about an hour after the Cup getting a bit of a dressing down from the wife, telling me someone had to look after our daughter that night. I probably had too much to drink. I felt terrible and I was probably drinking my way out of it, and Elyse was saying, "Don't drink too much," and I was saying, "What else do you want me to do? My horse just won the Melbourne Cup? Maybe I could have ridden it." Verry Elleegant, but it hasn't slipped my mind. I think about it all the time that I could have ridden her. Zahra celebrating with wife Elyse. Zahra has endured a frustrating run of Group 1 second in recent times, including on Gold Trip when runner-up to Durston in the Caulfield Cup. He couldn't believe the elation in the moments after Gold Trip held out a gallant Emissary to take the race, with one of Maher's other runners, High Emocean, in 3rd place. So much so that Zahra even dropped an expletive on Channel 10's coverage in trying to explain his feeling as the one-time import charged to the finishing line. "That last 100 meters, I was thinking, just pee off and no one come near me. There was just elation across the line," he said. Zahra's mom used to give him the day off from school every Cup day so he could watch. It's a race he never dreamt of winning as a kid, albeit it has driven him at various stages of his career, since he came to Victoria from Western Australia in 2000 on a 3-month stint with Brian Cox in Wodonga. An elated Mark Zahra after winning the Melbourne Cup. He stayed the full 3 months and was meant to go home for his mum's birthday. He stayed, and hasn't been back to live since. In his formative years, Zahra became good mates with a one-time jumps jockey called Ciaron Maher, who now is one of Australia's biggest trainers alongside David Eustace. "He was the jumps jockey and I was the flat jockey," Zahra said of Maher. "We were in a little hut at the end of the Flemington straight, and you always knew when Ciaron would have had a party because you couldn't see the ground. There were just beer cans there. I think back to then and where we are both now, it's just a dream come true." Zahra conceded the cans would be back out again as the two old mates celebrate their maiden Melbourne Cup success, as the frustration of last November was at least quenched a bit in a manner that he will never forget.